Welcome everyone to the live, and today we're going to go over the demo itself. Okay, we're going to start working on the demo and probably complete it by the December, but we don't know. Okay, nobody knows the future, so it can take a long time, or maybe even it can be done sooner as well. Depends. Now, first thing first, uh, what do we have to do? Right, we should have tasks that we have to complete. Now, for the demo itself, okay, just for the demo, there are a few things, and I haven't like put it up over here, but because because that's not exactly the point of today's live anyways. Now, if you see this little sticky note over here, this is the transition. Okay, what I have to do and what I have to double check and polish out for the demo before we start working on the story, environment, monster, mission, everything else. Okay, so before we start working on all of these things, I think it would be much better if I go inside, check all of these things if they exist and they work nicely, and only after that I start working on the demo. Now it can take I don't know, maybe a week, or maybe it can happen in two lives. Uh, and by the 1st October, we can start working on the actual game. Now it depends on how much of the work we have in this. Okay, so I just set up few things that I think should be polished out before we start working on the game. And today we're going to go over each one of them and do them basically. Let me increase the volume for myself. All right. So first of all, the player controller. Now, what exactly do we need to check here? Well, firstly, we need to check if the movement and the camera and stuff is set up correctly. They are smooth. They don't bug players. Players doesn't have like headache after playing for 30 minutes. So all of these things should be clear cut. Okay, and I don't know why I am minimizing them and going back to the desktop. All right. So first of all, we need to check the movement. So now if I start to play, as you can see, the movement, the camera is pretty stiff, and the player can walk, player can sprint, and it's pretty good. Now, just today, again, before, like when I was searching for the things I have to do before moving on to the demo, I found out that some players, okay, not all of them, but some players may like the head bob that was before, which I removed because it was causing headache and misdirection in players. Okay, so now I think that if someone wants, they can change the way how the head works, and then they can basically have the character customized for themselves. Okay, so for just the head bob or whatever you call that, we're going to include that functionality, and it's pretty simple. What we have to do before the game starts, because while we are inside the game it causes some errors, but when we are outside of the game, okay, when we haven't really started working on the game yet, we have this thing over here. Well, not really this thing, but if I go to the update camera, what we are basically doing is we're setting up a Z value, which if you go and come over here, now let me just show you what I mean. Okay, so what is the difference between the head ball, which we had before, and the setup that we have right now? In the current setup, if I go over here, in the current setup, the camera itself, okay, this is our camera, okay. So the camera itself is connected, okay, this is the connect line, is connected to the root of the player, okay. So this is our player and this is the root bone, which is like the uh, uh, what do you call that, the parent bone for everything, even for the pelvis bone. So this exists like between the legs, like at the bottom of the mesh. Okay, right now the camera is attached to the root. Okay, and not exactly the camera, but the spring arm. Okay, spring arm is attached to the root, and the camera is attached to the spring arm. Now, root in itself doesn't have any animation. Okay, root in itself just walk along when our player controller walks along. So player controller and root, both of them have basically the same uh, uh, positions, you can say. So basically what happens is the player controller sends the information to the mesh that you have to move to certain location. Root is the one that moves to that particular location. Okay, if you don't have any animation included to your mesh, then your mesh will stay like this, but will still move to the new location because the root in itself containing all of the bones will move to that location. Okay, so in particularly, player controller doesn't control how a single arm is moving or how any body part is moving. It's basically telling the root, basically the whole mesh in itself, to move to a certain location. And the root in itself doesn't have, I mean, sometimes you can have, like, it's not mandatory that root doesn't, shouldn't have no, root shouldn't have animation, but you can add animation to the root. Okay, so keep that in mind. And that's why I'm basically using spring arm on the root. As a result, I will just call the result because it will take such a long time if I do this. So the results, okay, if we attach it to the root, no head movement influence. Okay, if you attach it to the root, there will be no head movement influence. Now, I will show you like what I mean by the head movement influence. And the other one is if we attach this to the head bone in itself, then there will be this thing. Okay, we will cancel out none and all of the things will follow. Now let me show you what I mean by that particular statement. And I will show you like right here. If I go to the parent socket and attach this to the head, this is like the permanent way. If you do this, this will set up permanently. Players cannot change them in their game. Okay. Now as you can see, as soon as I do that, the camera will move in certain direction. This right now is the set direction for some reason. I don't know, but if we set it to 0, it will be centered back again. Now, here's the thing. I mean, let me remove this, unless it will like will change everything. So right now, if I try to move, as you can see, the player is basically like we are feeling the steps the player are taking. Player is taking, or the character is taking. Right? Even if we move camera, it feels nice. I mean, it feels nice, okay, but it can cause misdirection if we move it too fast, and while like climbing, and like if I do this, camera basically moves too much. It's moving wherever the head is going. So there is too much of movement. Now, some people may not like that movement. Okay, some people may not like that movement. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to allow them the ability to change the setting before going inside a map. Okay, or if they are inside a map and they change the setting, we will basically tell them to restart the game or restart the scene from main menu, or we basically have to restart the level, right, to implement this. All right, so now let's go into sandbox character, attach it back, and now we're going to also attach it back to root, and let me undo everything so just set it up like that. Okay, root, this location, and this is attached as well. Now right now this head bar or whatever is controlled by this have component boolean node, and we can, if we set it to true and play, as you can see, it doesn't do, wait a minute, it doesn't do anything on this one. Wait. Oh my god, I pressed Alt F4. Ah, this thing right here is the cause of the all of the problems. uh, don't work on two engines at the same time. It will cause a lot of problems, like in the behavior, uh in your behavior itself. Like you will click some values to, like I just did, to get out of the game. I pressed Alt F4 instead of escape for some reason, which you guys my god, forget about it. So if we play, as you can see, we don't move anywhere. And if we go back, also this is not the have component. No, 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 no. It's inside the camera. Yeah, I moved it to the camera. The C head bar. If we make this true, what? Oh my god, I did it. Oh my god, I am really sorry about that. I might have to like change the shortcut. No. Oh my god. I don't know how. Like maybe I have to do it in the Godot engine itself. I have to put escape as end game. Okay. Okay. Escape. Escape. Yeah. I have to repeat like in my head that I have to escape to get out. Okay. So in the camera, the head bob, if it's set to true, that means this hand movement will be set it to true. It will be 0, and we will attach ourselves to the head, and it should work. It should work. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. One little problem. One little problem. I have already added this to the save game system, and that might be causing some errors. So if I go over here to the systems, maybe not even system. Yeah, yeah, systems. save game and BB save game options. As you can see over here, we have the head pop. I've already like set it up the save game system for this. I was in different mood in the morning. I don't know. So, oh, okay. So if we set it to be true over here, then it will be true in our say sandbox character. As you can see, we start to have that head popping. Okay, so oh my god. Let me tell you like what is actually causing this. Okay. I okay, game is already running. Well, I don't see it running anywhere. Um du-du-du. Ah, why? Just stop. Oh my god. Everything is having a problem today. I'm just going to show you right real quick like what was why am I always clicking Alt F4? Uh, why is it not stopping? Stop. Um, search dot. This is running. Oh, but no, that's just my. This is my PNG tuber. Yeah. What? Why is this not closing? Like, do I have to restart the scene? Oh my god. Waiting for. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Why did I open up Steam? Yeah, go away. You open up. Ah, all right. Back to the game. So now we know that we can change the setting, and we also know that we can basically. Oh my god. We can basically. uh, I apologize of whatever is happening today on this live. Okay, but we will keep on focusing on the thing. Okay, let me just real quick do this so it doesn't like cause any problems. Okay, so this is the Android game that I'm working on behind the scene. Okay, I just started working on for like a week ago, and that's why I have this uh, thing because I'm working 24 hours 7 on this. And again, because I'm only picking up on this project because I'm going to live stream everything about the horror game live. Okay, so I have free time, and in that free time, I always think like, oh, maybe I can work, and that is the real cause here. Okay, I don't want to work, and I want to show everything that I do, and that's why I'm picking up on other projects. Okay. So now if I start to play, it will play on full screen. Again, if even if I press escape or anything, it will not do anything in itself. Okay? But when I press Alt F4, it disappears. It basically ends that uh, stream. Okay? And that's how I have been doing this for past 7 days non-stop, and that is causing that problem. Okay. Uh, so bear with me for today. Maybe tomorrow I will add some kind of hotkey in there to end the game. But for now, this is what we have to do. All right. So I think the movements are perfect, right? I mean, even if I play and without the head bob, okay, so if I go to Android, project files, where is it? The print, sandbox character. Okay, so if I go back to the systems and set it to be false, now as you can see, the movement is perfect, like perfect. Okay, I have already done it perfectly before. The movement, like the walk, it seems slow when we are walking in a bigger space like this one. This is like endless space, right? So it seems slow, and we have added the running option, so you can basically press shift to be able to traverse this with much more ease. And we have also configured this camera setting, basically with which you, I mean, still you can do it if you are really passionate about this, and do it, I think, this way. I don't know. Yeah, but it's not like that perfect. Maybe it's like 1 inch away. Like I have to move the capsule collider just a bit more and it will work. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. Now we can traverse through objects, crouch, and we can run, and we can, right. What was that? I think I have to like disable this. Maybe remove the this vaulting or whatever. Like we don't want to vault, right? Right? We don't want to vault. This is a horror game. Why do you want to vault? Uh, yeah. The crouch, as you can see, it have some problems. If I look down, it will do this, which is a problem. And while over like this, I think this is perfect. This camera angle and stuff, this is perfect. And it too uh, goes blank for some reason when we start to move. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Oh my god. I might have to like add two of them beside so that it doesn't like. Oh my god. Uh, I don't know. I will run out of apologies if I keep on doing this. Um, Maybe at this point, I will just stream the Godot, the mobile game development than this. But whatever. Let's move on. Okay, so what I was saying before was the crouch and fawning problem. Like, why do we uh, do that? That weird looky thingy. Looky thingy. Okay, so as you can see over, we don't have anything. Oh yeah, there's the camera lag. Why do we have the camera lag? This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we're going to drag it out, press the reroute node, and we're going to attach these two together. Let's see if it works. If I crouch down, okay, that I don't have words for this. I don't know what this is. Okay, but normally it works. Okay, probably I will add like, yeah, this is happening because of the stairs. Okay, guys, this is not my problem. This is happening because of the stairs. If we add a slide, let's add a slide instead. Okay. Let me add a slide over here, like so. A very long going to the heaven slide, and we're going to put it like this, and let's reduce it to 4. Okay, now let's test it out. If I apply, uh, oh my god, as you can see, it works much natural than whatever that was. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Okay, so now this is fixed. Let's also fix this for the uh, going this one. We also have it over here, so we're going to drag this, put it over there, remove this completely, and that's it. Save, man. What? Save. Okay. Now I don't know why this is not working, because it was like, seriously, it was. This works, right? Yeah. Interaction is broken right now. Okay. Oh, that was not supposed to happen, right? Um, if the AI knows us, if they see us, we should not be able to like make them go away. We can. Whoa. Let me also. Oh my. Please. Can I do something easy today? Let's not do game testing, okay? We will not run the game today. Maybe at the end of the day, I will end of the stream, I will just play for 1 second, and we will make the whole logic without even playtesting. Let's, how about like we search for it? But I can't do that. Maybe, wait, yeah. For the first time in a while, we're going to search using our search bar, because I open those up, they will open up my streams stream schedule. Okay, where how to let go of habits. habits. Okay, how to let go some issues. Okay, we're not going over there. Okay, yeah. We will go through this together. Uh, I promise that after this live, I will go and do something about Godot's that Godot escape system, and I will make it so that we can only escape the like what do you call, yeah, the game game test. We can only close it after escaping, like we cannot close it on alt F4 basically, so that I am like um what do you call uh what do you call it, forced to press escape again. uh or maybe I embarrass myself so much in this live that I will do it anyways. um all right, let's go over everything nicely. So in the player controller, the movement is clean, movement is nice, and everything works out. So is there a way to um, cut it? Oh yeah, I have a way. We can do this. Will it move along with it? Uh, that's the question. What? How how the hell do I move this? Yeah, it doesn't work. Uh, okay, so I will just delete it. How about that? Let's just delete it. Movement is pretty good. Done. Also, let me just real quickly remove this traversing. Okay, we will now. Whoa! What is this? Oh my god. Um. Well, if you don't know what is going on here, basically what we are doing is pretty weird stuff. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, come inside. Let's remove these things. And if I just put the original um, um, try traverse selection, right? If I put the original try traverse selection, then it will it will not uh, let us jump until unless it was specific uh, that particular uh, level block, which I will not include. So this is basically disabled at this point, right? Again, before this, I was using AC trace traversal, which is part of like a climb everywhere. So if you search anywhere on Google, you will find a GitHub link, and in that GitHub account, this was included. All of you can have it. I will probably, if I remember, I will attach it. Forgive me if I don't. I have a memory of goldfish. I cannot even remember what I code. Uh, I I remember by seeing it. Like right now, I remember what I did here, but other than that, I would not have remembered anything. Now, back to the thing. What is actually happening here? Why is this so unorthodox? Okay, let me tell you why. So, firstly, should not be this complicated. Okay, it really should not be this complicated. So let me show you. So this should be started and this should be triggered. Okay, that much is clear and understood. So from over here is just the jump functionality. Okay, and over here we have the proning, proning, I don't know, crouching, and then we have the jump. Okay, now this crouch, basically because I don't have a custom input like this one to toggle uh, crouching system. So, and it's also like right at the bottom, I can attach it like so. Okay, and if I do that, if I do this, then as you can see, we have just this one line going down. So this one is to check if we are crouched, and if we are, we will just stand up. And this is to check if we are like laying down. If we are, we will just stand up and not jump. But if we are not doing any of those things, then we will go forward with the jump. And this is also a very big thing. This is a make noise section. If we jump, we basically make noise and the AI can come to us. Oh my, all right. So yeah, now back to the topic. Uh, which topic basically? What we are talking about? Da, 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 da. Hmm, did I snort on live? Oh my god. I apologize. Okay. I apologize for everything that is happening in this life. Ah, oh my god, I did it again. All right, let's go back. Um, jump, good. Crouch, good. Laying down, good. Movement, good. Uh, Controller, we will not add controller. So good. You have to just work with the keyboard and stuff. Okay. So that is done. Now to the camera. But before we do the camera, let's I actually want to fix, you know what, yeah, let's fix the camera first. So what do we have to fix in the camera particularly is this. So if I enable this again, okay, originally everything works, the camera is perfect, we don't need to change anything. But if we enable the head bob, then will cause some errors. So firstly, if we are like traveling, it's not that bad. Absolutely, it's completely not bad. But if you are crouching, as you can see, we are somehow able to see the floor. Uh, and it can be, give me a second. Okay, uh, it can be that that and oh my god, this is weird. This is really really weird. And oh, there's something wrong with me today. I don't know. I will say that you skip this live. I have already shown you the things that we will be doing. You just have to polish them, man. Okay, forget about forget about me. Okay, and don't watch this live anymore. Oh my god, I'm broken today. Like absolutely. Um. All right, back to the thing. So as we see, the head bob breaks the camera, and if we go over here where we set up the crouching and all of these systems, then you will see this particular location. Okay, and this is a prone camera location, standing camera location, and crouch camera location, which in itself have what location? It have Z location. And do you know what Z location do to us when we are basically uh, doing the head bob? Let me show you what the Z rotation location do when we attach this to the head. It does this. Then of course the camera will be broken because the camera is, if we crouch, goes 112 or something. And even if we get up back, like if we crouch one time and then we get back up, it basically resets everything to this particular location, which is standing camera location, which is also on some Z value. So it's mind-boggling, and not really, but it's something. Okay, it's something to keep in mind. And do you know why all of this is happening? It's happening because of this thing right here. All of these standing crouch location. Wait a minute. So the crouch location is not attached. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Why is this not attached now? But it is supposed to. Okay, let me just add it right now. This is supposed to be attached to root. And let me go over to the mesh, and let me do, instead of the blueprint, we will go with asset to see location. Okay, and we just have to move it a little bit down. That's it. All right, so this is what these location will do. They have a particular z-axis value depending on the root. Okay, but we want this depending on the head itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the z rotation to be completely 0. So if we go over to the event, okay, and over here we are getting and setting up this location, what we just have to do is move these two things back, split strip both of these pins, and similarly with them. Or you can make it much nicer if you just call a break vector function. I mean, it looks a bit nice, but you can also split it. And we will only attach x and y value to the select vector. All right. Blueprint management is necessary. X bx and y by. All right. So now, what do we put in z when we are not using head bob? Right? If we are not using head bob, we need that particular z location. So for that, we're going to go back again, and we can either create another select float, okay, for both of them, and we can put this z value on B. Now this is confusing. This is really confusing, and for that reason, I'm going to put all of these things to a collapse node. Okay, and we're going to call this camera update. All right, let's go inside and let's like uh, put them clear to each other. Okay, let's also disconnect all of these values and I'm going to recombine them so it looks easy readable basically. Okay, and how can we make this readable? So first of all, we're going to put it just like this. Okay, these are the two values, and we have the z flow. Okay, we can put it something like this. Now after that, we can drag from the x and we can call for make vector. Okay, and we can basically put all of these value back in to the make vector. Just like how we break the vector, we can make the vector, and now it is much more readable. Like we understand what is going over in the blueprint than just banging our hand around like figuring out what is happening. So this is a pretty good way to set things up. Now let's go back to here where, oh yeah, here, and this is going to be the crouch camera update. Okay, now we're going to duplicate this and we're just going to change its name, and we will use it when we are laying down. Okay, so let's drag it out, put it in the spring arm location. I'm going to remove all of these things, right? And oh, wait a minute, which boolean node was it using? This one. Okay, all right, let's add this one. And now on the inside, because collapse nodes are special, they are not like functions. Okay, so functions are one entity. Okay, this particular function contains same code, but it's different with the collapse node. Collapse node are not like one entity, they are different entity. Okay, even if you duplicate them, they will be different entities, and we can change the code inside them however we want. So right now, instead of the crouch, we can basically get this location and remove it with anything that we want. Okay, we can also remove any of these value over here however we want. All right, now how do we select this head bob? Okay, this is particularly for the head bob, so we're just going to go over to the head bob variable and we're going to put them over here. Now let's go back and let's do the same with the crouch because we didn't do that. And boom, and boom. All right, now let's test it out. Okay, mesh, blueprint asset, and also let's go back to the viewport because it's going to, like, as you can see, it will do that. So we're going to go over to the spring arm and attach it back to the root. All right, so as you can see, we are using the head bar movements, and now if I crouch, it's much natural. We can see our shoe. We're not going through the stairs. Okay. Nice, nice. Escape, escape. Okay, so now we know that, right? Fixed. Let's also see if the laying down works. Laying down. Okay, this doesn't work. It's like too deep, right? We need to change this particular uh, an entity, identity. What is this? Height, basically. Okay, so height of the this location. Okay, this location works nicely when we are using it with our like with our what do you call it, um what do you call it, like, yeah, when we are not using head bobbing, this position works perfect. But when we are using head bobbing, we basically have to add little bit of uh upward of location. So let's see, like, what is the upward, because Z is somehow making the camera go that way. Okay, so if we go to the head and if we check what exactly make it go up, why am I there? Okay. So as you can, oh my god, what? So as you can see, the value that is rapidly rising is not really Y or Z, it's X. Okay, so we need to add a bit of X value into it. Why did I do that? Control Y, and let's put it back to the root. Okay, so as you can see, we just have to add a bit of X value. So whatever the not not inside the crouch, inside this one. Oh, we are not setting up this. Uh-huh. I don't even know what that is. I completely forgot. Okay, so in here we need to add a bit of X value. So firstly, if I go to this location, as you can see, the X value is 0, 0. So we basically can remove this, and if I like, uh, oh my god, what do I do? Spring arm head. So if I increase it, okay, we have to increase it. Gotcha. So I can basically say that go like 10 degrees. Okay, 10-degree up. And if we do that and we go press V, it looks nice. I mean, it's not out there, and we basically have our hand on top of us for some reason. But it's something. No, it's nothing. It's actually nothing. Ah, I did it again. Why is it? I'm sorry. I'm whining too much. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, the horror project prototype, like the latest prototype, it has been posted, so you can download them on the itich.io. Links are in the description. I'm spons. I have been sponsored by myself. Okay, let me close this so we can start working on the game. All right, all right. Um, so let's add a few more stuff. Okay, X, adding the X value work, but it's not that much. Like you have to add something like around 30, I guess. Yeah, and then we have to like bring it back a bit too. It's too in front, which can be causing some problems. So we have to like bring it back a bit. So to catch on that, we have to go to this location, and we also have to like make our character lay down. So we're going to go inside the assets, and over here we're going to search for it, and we're going to make it idle. Again, we click on this location. As you can see, for now this is completely attached to the head, but if we go to the camera Now we need to check in which direction do we have to move it, and is it positive or negative or whatever. Head. Okay. If we add y to it, it will somehow go that way. We have to add negative y. Yay, we found it. We found the culprit or whatever. We found it. So we have to add a bit of y to it. So it will move in this direction. We don't even have to add more x. We just have to add more y. Negative y. We have to just subtract some more y. All right. So let me undo all of these things. Let's put the camera back to root. Right, let's go back here, and instead of like adding 30 here, we will add, okay, now bear with me, this is not getting confusing. It's not confusing at all. Okay, don't think about it. Don't think about it, just do everything and don't think about it. Okay, so in y we're going to subtract. Why am I adding them? Whatever, we can do this as well. We are going to subtract, let's say, 15. Right, for now we are subtracting 15. Now let's check out the results. We move what? Oh, oh, I was about to do the Alt F4. Okay, um this doesn't work, so maybe we will add 15. How about we add 15? Okay, we're up. We're up. um oh my god. Oh yeah, how about we add 60? This will confirm to us if we are going down or up. Okay, it did nothing. Wow, what a surprise. um so yeah, it's not really changing anything. Quite surprising. um so what do we do? What do we do? Oh my, wait. I will get copyrighted. uh Over here, I completely forgot that we are only doing this on the head bob. Okay, and similarly with the X as well, we are only doing this on the head bob. Okay, again, it's not getting confusing. Get that thing out of your head. It's not confusing at all. Okay, it's a lot confusing. Okay, um so this is where we at. Okay, this is where we at. B is basically when we are not using head bob, basically when we are using stable camera. Okay, it's going to record, it's going to put our camera to this particular location which we have. But when we are not using camera, the Z is going to be 0, the Y is going to be 0 as well. Okay, because I find it out. Okay, I just remember that when we were putting it back up, like when we are pushing it back, it was like around 0. So I will keep this one as well at 0 and this one to be 10. All right, let's check it out. I'm hard coding this, which doesn't really matter if the game works. Okay, I mean, we are kind of back, not that back. You can see our hands, but not like in front of us. So let's do it again. Maybe add, like, maybe make this negative 60, 50 works. Okay. Does it move forward? Oh my god. What is this? Did it move in front of us or back? Oh my god. How about Z? What if we add 60 to the Z? We are still here. This is. Wait a minute. Yeah. What? Hmm? Hmm? What is happening? Mm-hmm. Oh my god. That was a scary phone call. Um. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can you guys like be happy with this? Like, this is how we are doing this. Your hand is basically patting you when you're moving around. It's like consoling you, like, don't worry, everything is all right. Okay, you can do this. You can do this. And on the lights, be in the light. All right. I really don't know. Like, what is causing this problem? How we are there? It doesn't make sense. Uh, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. So I think the only node that is particularly working is the X. If I add something to the X, it works. So if I like go, no, even that is not working. What? uh, you know what? I have a great idea. I forget about these numbers. I'm just going to go over here, duplicate this, okay, and we're going to call this head attachment, uh, bracketed head, okay, and this will permanently be attached to our head. All right, this is attached to root, and this is attached to our head. All right, now I think um, we'll check it out. Like, um, go over here. If we are not using handbook, we will use this. If we are using handbook, then we're going to change all of these values to this one. Ah, right. You're still there. I'm going to escape, go back to viewport, and I'm going to actually attach like it. We're going to bring it close to our head. All right, we're there. And let me also like debug this. Is it even running? Print string hello. Uh, let's make it laying down stupidly. Right, so if we play back, it works. Why is it not changing anything? Oh my god. Changing the location to this spring arm. We go back to the event graph. Yeah, this is something else. So we are getting the capsule component, we are getting the mesh, we're getting the box piece. How about we go into the mesh, we go to the asset, and we go to here, and now see where exactly is our camera. So as you can see right now, if we go to the head, it's over here. And you know what, let's add the spring arm, which is supposed to be attached to this particular location, to it, and we will remove all of the location. So as you can see, the camera should be like this. Unreal. Camera should be like this. It's working in front of you, so why cannot you make it work normally? What is wrong with you? Hmm. See, do you see this? We wanted this to happen for a long time now. How? How? Oh my god. I don't know what Unreal kind of stuff I'm doing with Unreal. Um, let's move it back up. And you know what? I have a much better idea. Yeah, I do. um, and that idea is that there is not going to be anything here. So we're going to basically do what we just did. We're going to attach our spring arm to our head. No, to our this location. Okay. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to get this, and we're basically going to say attach component to component. Okay. And then we're going to get the parent as this, and they're not going to be a socket. We're just going to keep everything as it is. Okay. Nice. So we are basically attaching it to the other one. Hmm. And one more thing, we're going to set the relative location after this attachment. Okay, so let's move this over here and move this over here. Um, let's also move this bit there because we need to add when we are not using head bobbing, right? So we have to make a branch, and not this, but the head bob. Okay. So when we are using head bob, we're going to attach it. But when we are not using head bob, we're not going to attach it to anything, and it will just relocate the camera. I hope this works. If it doesn't, we will disable laying down permanently because it's completely stupid and it didn't work. Oh, it did. It kind of did. It kind of did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 It did. It did. All right. So what do we have to do? We will just add. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How about? How about we do this? Control copy. Yeah, we do this before this happens. How about that? Uh, we drag this, put it over here. Not this one, not this one. And we drag the branch. We put that over here. Set the relative location. Oh my god, I cannot work. I cannot work. Alright, how about now? Okay, we're still there. Okay, it's a good sign though. Like we removed ourselves from the hand, so it's a good sign. Maybe let's add a artificial location from the 0 point. Um, so that means we get the spring arm, and if we remove the location, we are right there. Okay, and move. We want to move this to. We want to move this. The camera. We want to move this to this particular location. I'm going to um, can we copy this? Copy all properties in category. And where can I paste it? Forget about it. Forget about it. Let's go back to the here, and now we're basically going to add them. So 0, -2, then 38, then 35, and that's it. Now we're going to send it back basically somehow. We're going to copy these so they stay in Windows copy. Okay, save everything, go back, paste them. Hey, if you didn't know about this and you were like thinking like, how can you add numbers and then and then redo those things? This is how you can redo all of those things. You just copy them to your Windows. Uh, what do you call? What is uh, copy paste or a clipboard? Yeah, clipboard. You paste them to your Windows clipboard and you access them later. All right. So now, what is the next thing that we need to? Yeah, we need to check if this is working. No, it's not. At this point, I am. I don't know where I am. Let's let's change this to 10. Nope. 0, 0. Nope. I have given up. Okay. What we're going to do? There's another good idea, and that particular good idea is this. Okay, that's it. Forget about everything else. That's it. Um, remove all of these things. Remove all of this had bob or whatever. And what we're going to do is we're going to update it. Like over here, we have the function to update the head bob. So that's what we're basically going to do. We're basically going to attach our camera back where it was. Okay, because it somehow worked in the other one. All right. So we're going to go back over here, make sure that everything is correct. We don't even need this. Okay. No, no, we actually do need. We do need this one. All right. Now we need this this pick A. Okay, and what is this pick A? This pick A tells us if we are laying down or not. Okay, this pick A basically tells us that. We can change the name. We can make it is morning. Okay, and how can we decide this? So over here we know that if the head movement is true, it will be attached to head, and if head movement is false, it will be attached to root. So over here we're going to get not boolean, which will flip this, and then we will attach this. As simple as that. And let's see. Right now headbob works. We go to V. Headbob doesn't work. So firstly that thing is fixed. Now we go back. Oh my god, what? Wow. Look at it. Am I part of this creature that is standing beside me? Am I or am I not? Like, should I just remove head bob completely? Can I? Can I? My. Oh yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem. Maybe this will fix it. I hope it does. Yeah, yeah. No. Too much. Well, where am I now? I'm fine. Okay, how about just disable it and check if everything works okay in the original bar? It doesn't. Pain of developing stupidity. Well, why we are doing this? Why we are doing this at all? Why am I? What? I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Why I was doing all of the why I was doing all of that? Am I? Am I in the head or am I outside the head? Uh, everything has broken. Finally. Okay. So, what is happening? That we need to figure that part out. Like, what is happening, right? Where we are going with this? If we just attach this directly, will it happen naturally? No, it doesn't. And somehow it also like somehow what what this has been switched. Uh, oh my god. How about we put this? How about now? Okay, it worked. Finally. Okay. Oh my god. Right, that works. Now, if you attach this, alright, um, and if you go, this works naturally, like almost naturally, except that we somehow, what? Where is our character? Why cannot I she? Why cannot I she? Alright, this is not good. Now, how about we go to the head bob and we enable it? Okay, because disabling it works. If I go in and if I do this, it works. Almost too natural. Perfect. Okay, now let's enable this. Okay, we don't have hands on top of us. I mean, it's okay. It looks like it seems like we are a snake, but I mean, do you want to be a snake rather than going out of the world? I think snake is a better idea. Can the AI see us? Wait a minute. Hey, Mission Impossible. Oh my god. Oh wait, I see. We are we have been separated from our uh, supporter. Escape. Go back here. Go back to the viewport. So what is it that we are doing so wrong? What is it? Well, we are not changing the location anymore, right? So that means. So what that means? what? So that means is that maybe we can add that logic again. We Oh my god, I'm wasting your time at this point. But this is development, guys. This is so-called development. We go through the same thing over and over again and doesn't learn a thing. So sad of a development. I'm actually going to put everything at 0 when we are not using it. Okay. Uh, yeah. We need at least 2 of them. Let's put Y as the same, and let's put X here and the head bob here. Don't be scared. This is not confusing. Actually, it's just for my Okay, let's speed Dora. Do you see a hand? Like, why? Let me be alive. Oh, 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 oh. I'm not singing a music. I'm just tired of this process. Okay, everything is 0. So let's see, where do we stand? It should be like, Nah, good. It's not working, guys. This is not reality. Unreal is playing with us. This is probably false. Head bob doesn't exist. All I have to do is make that zero. Seriously, I mean, you guys can. Sometimes you do want to see your hoodie. I don't know, but it works. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is tiresome. All right, let me save everything and let's test it out in the normal one. Okay. Okay. Everything works. Let's also check the crouching in the head bob. Whoa. It's immersive, guys. It's immersive. You don't know. It's immersive. This is what immersiveness called. Okay. You lose your head, you have headaches after playing a game. Know that the game is immersive. Okay. But I mean it's not that bad. Looking at your feet, that's what you're doing when you're looking down, basically. Right? You want to look at your feet. They're so pretty. Alright, so I would call the camera complete. Alright, the player is done. The pain. Alright, this player controller done. Let's move on to the interaction system. How long has it been since I am live? Let me see. Hour and half. So I've been like just keep like forget about it. Just forget about it. I don't wanna I don't wanna talk. Oh my god. I thought sorry. Let's go back. Okay. First of all, we do anything in there. I think it is a better practice to add this head bob somewhere in the options. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the project files, widgets, options, and I'm actually going to go over inside the not the display, the journal. Yeah. So we are already setting up the core content, which is basically already setting up the options save system. So now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this container, and over here we're going to say um, player or camera head bob, right? We're going to say camera head bob. Uh, yeah. Now over in the selection, firstly we're going to change the name to C head bob. Okay, and then we're going to yeah, this is going to be just on or off. Pretty simple. Now, just like the core, we're going to get a string and we're going to click on selection changed and we're going to set them. Okay. So, but instead of setting up the core, we're going to actually set up C head bob. Okay. And we're going to put on or off. Great. Now, on the event construct, we are getting all of these things. So just like that, we are, wait a minute, what? why we are setting, oh yeah, we are setting this particular thing. Okay, okay, okay. This should not be done like so. And let me move this part side to the side. And over here, we're going to set another thing. So if we go to the break as options, this is not really inside the save game option. This is a separate thing in itself, which is uh, C head bar. Okay, so it's not inside the head menu. Uh, what do you call it? Oh, structure. Yeah, this is not inside the options menu structure. This is a completely separate variable. So now we can attach. We can basically set this according to our save game file, and after that, okay, we're going to create a custom event, or maybe we can create a completely custom function, and we're going to call this update menu. Okay, and all of your basic uh, all of your basic all of your UI, at least the options UI should have this, and you should have like a sequence where you set everything up separately instead of a singular line. Now everything will be separated and you will be able to see them nicely. Okay, so now we're going to select the C head bar. This is the selection menu. Okay, and we're going to say set selected index, or we can say set selected option. You can choose either of them. And similarly, we can select string on or off. And now we need to select how we're going to change it by the head bar. All right, so all of this, after all of this is done, menu will be updating. Now let's go and start the saving process, because this will load in indefinitely. Indefinitely, is that even like correct word to use right now? I don't know, but this will load in without any worries. So let's go over and save it as well. So system save game. No, not here. Over here. All right. So we okay. So over here we are saving the player, and over here we are saving the options. Okay, and as you can see, or we have save warning, content warning, and it's basically the same thing. Now we need a separate function like this. We can have either a separate function like this, or um, we have everything like related to this inside the option menu. I think option menu is much better option. I I think. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to go to the systems, save game, data, and over here we have the saved option structure. If we open it up, we save core content, audio volumes, and mouse sensitivities over here. But we can add another variable, move it up a bit, and we can call this, what was that? Head bar, camera head bar. Okay, and this is going to be a boolean value, which is fine. Right, so this is, oh my god. Right, so this is our saved structure, which is this option menu. Okay, so we're going to save everything again, and let's go back to the journal, and over here in the graph, the event graph. So instead of getting it as a separate variable, we're going to get it from the option menu. As you can see, as soon as we added that particular structure, we also have camera head bar. Okay, and we're going to attach it to the head bob to change the properties, and we're going to access this in player controller as well to set this up. So over here we have, let me close most of them so you can see it. But over here we have apply save variable, which always run on the event begin play. So over here, okay. And right now we are saving, like we are equipping the head bob with the option menu default. And now we are going to use the as saved option. Okay, pretty nice. Now the saving and loading is almost done. We just have to add this particular value, whichever we change to the save game system. So let's go to the schema. No. The uh, options widget option, this option menu, big option menu. So over here, as you can see, we have bunch of widgets which we take reference from, get all of these variables, and then we basically set up the saved options. Okay, so now what we can do is drag all of these down, and from the journal, because it was inside the journal, we can get the head bob and we can send it over here. And what this will do, it will send this particular function, will go over and call to change the option menu inside the save BP saved game. Okay, so inside here it will change the variable, and then it will tell the system to save the game. So whatever the variables that were here will be saved into the hard drive. This is the basic save game system. All right, so now that is done, let's test it out. We're going to go over to levels, maps, main menu, and open up main menu. Let's play it. So inside the options we can go, and as you can see the camera head bob is off. Let's test it. Is it really off or not? Oh my god. Just going to do the whole sequence. Okay, let's get back. As you can see, we don't really we don't have the head bob, right? We don't have it. This is completely stable camera. Now if we press escape, because, and now go back to the options, go back and turn it on, apply the settings back, play the game, the still takes time. But right now it will, as you can see, there is head bob. We have head movement following through. So head bob is working, the save game system is working, because if I play the game now, it should have saved that head bob. I shouldn't have to do that. If I go to the option, as you can see, it is already on. That's basically what save game system does. All right. So I don't want this to be on. This should be off by default. All right. Everything is good. Oh no, I did it again. I apologize for that. I did it again. Anyways, let's move on to what we have to work on. So item pickup. What is the weird thing about item pickup? It is probably the interaction system in itself. The interaction system is kind of buggy right now, and sometimes it doesn't appear, and sometimes when it does appear, uh, it doesn't have like the key that we need to access, like from which we can access it. and stuff like that. So how can we actually change all of these things? Well, let me tell you why is this happening in the first place, because it shouldn't have happened. Okay, I did it by accident, but it required me to go through the C++ code, and if you guys are not going to, I don't know. So let's go to the C plugins. Okay, so if we go to the all, and if we go to the plugins, as you can see over here, we have customizable interaction plugin, and this is what I'm using in the system. But if we go to the interaction plugin public core, and if we double click on this particular class, okay, so the no this data, where is data. Okay, we may need to go. All right, we're up. Sometimes, oh my god. Okay, so internet was going down for a bit. Um, all right, let's focus on it. Order, and in the plugins we have marketplace customized, then binaries, Win30, nope, source, customizable plugin, private core, not the private, public core, data. Okay, so all right, everyone, the internet is bugging again, so I don't think that we can keep on working anymore. But let me just show you what you actually need to change if you're also using the same widget, same interaction widget. Okay, so over here we have the default values, and I have changed most of them depending on the factors. Okay, and they are the perfect values. Just like the max hover distance from the character, max hover distance from the center screen, and max overlap distance, they are the perfect for my game, and I have set to them so. But doing so, while doing so, these only change the default values, and if I have never touched a particular interaction widget, it may not do anything. Like, it will not cause any problems. But as which happens in the gates are working perfectly, but these ones, I have changed their value. As you can see, the max hover distance from the character is 400, but the max hover distance from the scene center is only 100, which it should be 300. Okay, and once we have done that, it will start to work like charm again. If we go to play here and we go to a certain distance, well, it's not. Yeah, it's a little bit weird even now. Well, we will, I think, start fixing it tomorrow. And let me just see how much time each one will take. This pickup will take about 10 minutes. The doors and cabinets will take about 30 minutes. And this hidden closet will take about an hour. So tomorrow we will finish the interaction system, and then we will, one more day maybe, we will fix this. That would be October by then. I haven't like really touched inventory system at all. Alright, you know what? We will touch the inventory system tomorrow. Yeah, and do this real quick. Okay, we will do the interaction system because it's already done. It's not. It doesn't really need many things. It just need. I just need to purify. Is it purify? Oh no, polish the base interaction widget and stuff. Okay. Other than that, I think all of these will work. And if the internet helped me and it stays up, you know what? It's not going down anymore since I have like accepted that we should end the live. And you know what? Let's fix the interaction so that we can fix all of these two things tomorrow, and we will have setup towards final visuals. Oh yeah, the this will take like this is a demo part. Like this is demo working on demo part one basically. This this right here means that I'm changing the user interface to the one that I want in the game. Okay, this means that. So it is basically making up the demo. So today we will finish the interaction system. Let's go over. I will do it real quick so we don't waste any time. So if we see this works, this works. If I like put it a bit up, then like embedded in the uh, like if it's not like logged by something, it works completely nicely. Like even if we do that, right? So why does this one not have this particular like arrow? Why? Why doing? Uh, anyways, so as you can see, the door works. The lock door works, and this one works. And all of these things work. Like we get the note, we get the lock pad. I forgot what was that. So they work. Okay, basically they work, and we also have these things. I made the closet. If you don't know yet, if I haven't said it enough, or maybe I haven't. Like, have I? I don't know. But I have created these, which we can open up. Oh yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to change. These are right now on a time frame. So if I click once, it will take some time, and after that it goes in. So we have to change that from this structure to the basic structure. So if we go inside the uh, drawer, okay, go to the interactable, then we're going to make this press instead of hold. And similarly is going to happen with the cupboard because cupboard have separate interactables. Instead of hold, we're going to make it press. Okay, drawer done, cupboard done. All of these use the same drawer functionality, so it works. So if I play from here and I click, it just opens up. Much better, much nicer, much humane. Respects the player, I guess. Yeah. There is no sound though. Do we need sound in opening or closing drawers? It feels nice though. It feels nice to open them and close them up. Alright, so basically everything is done. I don't know why I put it there. I think I just put it so that like, yeah, this is the particular reason I wanted these doors to close well enough. Now there is these things as well, the three box colliders that needs to be collected before we put in the door. But this doesn't need to be boxes, to be honest, because this is like a simple plane, and we can change this to the key if you want to. So we can change it like so. So if I like undo everything, go back to the combination key, go back to the plane, we set this to the key, and we make the scale value to be 2. And as you can see, these are keys. Now we are basically collecting keys instead of boxes, right? So it works. Okay, we don't really need to change anything over here as well. Maybe change the color. Okay, we can make it so that on the construction script we get plain set material, right? And in the materials we're going to drag it from here and mm, promote this to a variable. Yeah, and we're going to make it an array. And the reason of making it an array rather than anything else is so that when we get this, we can get a copy, and we can get a random integer in range, and the max value can be get length, and we can -1 this, subtract 1, and that would be the max. All right, now let's attach this to the material, and let's go over to the material and set a few things. I'm going to give 3 materials. So as you can see, we have these simple color materials. I'm going to create uh, 3 instances of this. Okay, one of them, why does it not have a colorable value? Let's multiply this. No, let's convert this to a parameter. Color, close that. Let's set this color to be red. Select this one, make this green. Okay, and let's select this one and keep keep this one pink, I guess. Okay, and now if we go to the actor palette, they haven't changed it. Why? Combination key, we get the plane, we set the material of the plane. Uh-huh. So why is it not working? Um, okay, forget it. I will think about it later. But how there should be a way to do this. Um, how about we add a cube to see if this is working or not. And instead of the plane, we're going to set the cube color instead. Okay. So, oh, we're not setting anything here. Wait a minute. Element, materials, red, green, and pink. Again, no, no changes here. Why? Get the cube, get material, and set material. Yeah. All right. Okay, it changed. Changed the color. Nice. So now instead of the cube, we can add the plane, the key. Okay, you can delete the cube, and as you can see, we have a red key. And if you go over here, as you can see, we have a red key, a pink key, a green key, and just like this, we can have different types of colored, textured, shape, all of these kind of things. We can change them depending on just random values, right? And basically, we have to collect all of them to unlock this door, just like before. I hope this is working. If it's not, we have to fix this as well. Need all key boxes to open. Now, this is a problem. And why is it a problem? Okay. Objective door 1, objective door 1, objective door 1. When I pick this up, if I go to the blueprints, character level. Wait, as soon as I started working, like I have to finish work, internet started stopped again, like crazy. Alright guys, I have to go for just a small break. I'm going to finish this interaction system, but give me just like few seconds, like few minutes, I guess. Okay, be right with you guys just in a bit. Okay, have fun and work on the last things that we did for like an hour for now. Okay, be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's let's do this. So the thing that I have to check out was if I collect these keys and open. Oh my god! Let's delete that. I collect these keys and okay, this one unlocks from them. Why? Why is it so that this one does unlock with all of those keys while Nectar Palette one doesn't? When in reality, both of them are like working similarly. Like, what is wrong here? So if I play, I collect this, this, and this. It says need all keys box to open. But if I go back to the default level, so it's really weird. Like in some maps, this door works. So if I like right now, if I interact with it, it will say the same thing. Need all keys to open. And if I collect all of the keys, then it opens up. Like, what is the problem here? What what is it that is wrong in the texture palette? Wait. I think I know. I think I know. So if we go inside the key door, right, and go inside the construction script, we are taking all of these key codes and we are multiplying it at the construction. We're not doing this at the begin play. So that means we have to construct it again. Or in our case, I don't really know what is happening. So I need to like dig down, like dig deep down in here, and I might post the answer. I have to do this offline. Really cannot waste time on this because it is working at some places. It's not working here. So next thing, doors and cabinets mostly done. Item pickup done. Hiding closet. So this is the new thing that I wanted to make. I wanted to make a hiding closet. Well, we do already kind of have them. So if we go over to the uh yeah, this particular site, and if we play with the character, I can kill her. Okay, that was scary. And I can come come over to this particular door right here, and as you can see, this is a hiding closet. We can hide inside this particular small little room. It is possible, but it will not feel secure. You know, I think it's in my head that players will not feel secure enough in this closet. So we may want to make another ones. You know what? Uh, yeah, I'm tired, and the internet is going all over again. Most of the work of the interaction even is basically done. Uh, the closet is ready. We just have to like make it look good, right? The doors works. Some places, some places it doesn't. I have to figure that part out. And it doesn't really have to be on live. Okay. So keeping that in mind, I will update you guys tomorrow. The live might happen on 3 p.m. ETS again, but it depends. Maybe I will stream in the morning. I have no idea. Okay. So, but for now, this is it. Apocalypse. This is it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, have fun, and make sure that before we start moving in on to the demo, we have everything polished inside the prototype. Yeah. Tomorrow we will start working on the UI and interaction widget. Interaction. Why? No. From tomorrow we will start working on the UI. I have few ideas on how our UI is going to look like, but I have to like prepare some assets for it and stuff, so it will take some time. Okay, so see you guys tomorrow. Have fun and have a nice day and happy developing. Bye bye.